It is a...
So...
Would you like to tell this story, sir?
I live to tell this story.
There you go.
So I bought...
It's good that you have purpose.
I told, as you mentioned earlier in the episode, I bought this bottle because I got a gift card, and it was a $110 bottle. It's Knob Creek, 15-year aged. And it came in this very nice box. Some people might know it, like, looks like a Booker's box kind of deal.
It probably is the same as a Booker's box. As I think I'm fairly certain that Knob Creek is a Jim Beam product. The Jim Beam distillery, Centauri Beam, blah, blah, blah. But I could be wrong. I've made a lot of mistakes in life.
Apparently Knob Creek has only been around since 1992, so it's like a 30-year-old company, which is insane to me.
Yeah, so maybe
it's everywhere now.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's fine. It's
yeah.
good stuff. So the story behind this bottle that I'm about to show you, I bought this bottle probably around Christmas of last year.
Right. COVID Christmas.
Yep. And I opened it up probably around that time.
Right.
And then it just stayed on my shelf, mostly full, for probably the last 8 months. 6 months? 6 months.
I remember when you sent me the picture when you bought it, or when you got it, yeah.
And then I brought it over to my dad's house, where he and the Robes had a stint with it, and that's how much I got back. I had a shot out of that, and that's what's left.
That's what's left, and the Robe drank the rest of it?
Yeah. They had it multiple times.
Maybe I don't want to be invited to one of those things. No, it's not true. I do, because they're the... Anyway, we're not going to talk about them. That's we don't talk about that.
It was absolutely hilarious to me that, like, I just got this back yesterday.
And he was like, I need some of that E.H. Taylor if you're taking this back.
Yeah.
What happened to the Johnny Walker Black giant bottle? Where's that at?
It's still at my parents' house.
All right.
And I was like, hey, can I get that so I can use it as like a...
We're closing out this bottle. This is the end of the bottle.
This is the end of the bottle. So if you would like this bottle empty, or just the cork, or a piece of the bottle, so that you can say you have a piece of a 15-year-old bottle, write something down in the comments, and we'll pick the cleverest comment.
Right.
If that happens.
Right. So if you're clever, let us know.
We'll even put it in a nice box.
As I said, I like
there it is.
Occasional things like that. Like there's some of the documentaries. The Freddie, I apologize, I forget his last name. That one of the master distillers at Buffalo Trace talks about how your bourbon is meant to be shared, and you're supposed to, when you have nowhere to go and nowhere to be, you share a good bottle with a good friend, and you finish it. You don't save it because that's what it's meant to do, and this, that, and the other. And he talks about how him and his dad, before his dad passed away, shared a bottle of E.H. Taylor Bland's or something like that. And I like that idea. I've done that a few times. There are a few bottles I won't open until there's a reason or there's a specific. I want it to have that thing that I can remember as I age. I don't. My memory sucks. So last year,
it's all that bourbon.
I was on vacation in Ocean City, and I got a little 375 of Maker's Mark. It's just a random Maker's Mark 375. So I had something to sip at those nights when I was there, and everybody else was sleeping, and I was trying to fall asleep and reading, whatever. And when I got home, I put a candle and melted more wax down that bottle, and I put a piece of wood underneath it, so the wax melted to the wood also, so it holds it there. And I had printed out a picture of my son in the ocean, and I leaned it up against that and made sure that the wax now holds it to the wood and to the bottle, and it's something that I will just sort of never forget. For instance, our first episode, 1783, Evan Williams was the first bottle we opened. So I saved that bottle. I still have that bottle, and at some point I'll do something with it. I just think it's fun to have that. Like Heaven's doing that. When my Heaven's Door is gone, I plan to try Angel's Envy, because that kind of sounds similar as far as yeah. Well, maybe, and I'll probably look at what you have and buy a different bottle so we can try it too, and we'll just wait till a time when, sadly, probably, or somebody in your life or mine has passed, and we're just like, cheers to grandma or whatever. But I would like to try that, because those ones are aged in like rum casks or something too, right? They're finished in something.
Not tell you
port,
off the top of my head.
Something like that, and I like that. I think you should do that if you want to. I have that bottle of Jim Beam Black that my brother-in-law told me it was his favorite, and so I bought a little one to try it myself. But I opened it for the first time earlier this year when NASCAR raced at Phoenix, and I told him, I said they end the season at Phoenix in November. I said, I'll open this, and then you have to come over for the final race of the year to help me finish it, because it's his favorite thing. And so I like the occasional thing. I think that's, at least me personally.
Yeah, tie it to something
You know what
that
I mean?
you'll remember.
It's cool. Like he likes a lot of bullets. I mean, maybe you shouldn't try to rob him. It's just a thought. I don't know. I would never. So, you know.
So
he doesn't
cheers.
care much for his pillows because his dog ate it.
I'm gonna drink a 15-year-old bourbon now.
There you go. Me too.
All right.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm doing my due diligence to at least nose it a little. I don't sense a burn on the nose.
So I've already had this.
Right.
I would like to know your thoughts.
How do you feel having already had it versus when you had it first? I think that's a very reasonable thing to ask. And
I think it's mellowed a little since it's been opened.
Okay, right on. I apologize. What is the proof on the bottle?
The proof is 100 proof. 100 proof.
Right on the nose, huh?
So yeah. But very good.
I got the burn.
Really?
The hint of burn.
I was gonna say, for 100 proof, there's not a lot of burn left.
The hint, yeah. Again, now, it's not bad by any means. I'm gonna steal an ice cube.
Yeah.
And see if I bring out any other flavors in my 15-year-old Knob Creek. By the way, if you have a chance to touch a 15-year-old knob, don't do it. You're going to prison.
What the shit, man?
We've had 3 shows and we've already done 2 knobs. 2 knobs.
Geez.
Look at that. Do you like, honestly, like just run-of-the-mill any or just run-of-the-mill white label Jim Beam, or don't you? When was the last time you had a Jim Beam?
I can't honestly say it. I had one when I was like 21.
Right.
I wasn't a fan.
Like 40 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, he ages well. It's cool.
Like a fine box of wine.
That's right. I age like milk, so I don't like, they have Jim Beam single barrels and Jim Beam other things that are.
I have a Jim Beam up there, but I believe it's the Devil's Cut.
I've had the Devil's Cut too. That's.
Let's see how this tastes with the ice, huh?
I had the one. What was the one we tried? Where is it?
Okay, so
the Dickel. I had the Dickel finished in Tabasco barrels. Have you seen those bottles? They're out there.
Why would you do that?
It's not a bourbon. It's a whiskey. It's like 70 proof, so it's weak. But I just thought I had never seen. I've seen all those flavors.
Probably
you can buy
for a reason.
Jim Beam and Evan Williams and all these things that are apple or
Honey.
cherry or honey.
Yeah.
Pardon me. But I thought that sounded different and unique, so I thought we'll give it a shot. And it wasn't the worst thing
Try
I've ever
that
put
with
in
the
my
ice
mouth.
cube and let me know what you think, because I have a thought.
Okay. I feel, and I don't have a good nose because my palate's not there yet, but I feel like the nose is different than when I smelled it without the ice cube.
This is the most bombastic difference.
Interesting. With the ice.
that I've noticed with ice versus not ice. So.
I'm drinking out of a rocks glass because I'm rocks. He's drinking out of the goblet of fire because he's Harry Potter.
Goblins for hire?
Goblins for hire? How much? Are they cheap? Because I am. Oh,
so
get some.
let me know your thought, man.
I know. Listen, you don't have your robe on yet, so let's not start yelling at me about how fast I drink my bourbon and I have to drive
It's
home.
a show about bourbon. You should be drinking faster.
Listen, they want to hear what I have to say about probably nothing, but that doesn't matter. So I'm just going to talk
So
shits
gonna
and giggles.
do it anyway.
Sorry. Do you have any other clothes, or do you just shop at Baby Gap?
So, what do you think? Like, the difference?
I'm not
picking up a difference? Because this was like an immediate thing that I noticed.
Again, my palate is nothing special, so
That's
I'm going to
fine.
go ahead and say I didn't really catch a lot of difference myself. Just me. That's me.
So, I honestly
think?
thought that it tasted a lot sweeter with the ice.
Sweeter, so
Sweeter.
it pulled out more
It pulled out some
more sugar notes, more
Yeah.
maybe corn, for instance. Huh.
I
didn't.
I thought it was like a night and day difference almost, but
I wouldn't. Well, we finished that.
yeah, it's gone.
So
you can't try it again. I can't even find another bottle to buy.
it's not. Okay, so it's 100 proof.
And for 100 proof, there's very minimal burn.
Again, and maybe, and again, we just ramble and talk and stuff on these things. Maybe we should do, like, the first time we do a blind anything, whether it's 2 or 3 things, maybe we should do it with 100, anything that's bottled in bond or could be referred to as bottled in bond, 100 proof or higher. Because you got that, you got Wild Turkey, you got Evan Williams, you got, like, what was the other one we just had that was 100 proof, I thought? It might not have been, it's probably this White Dog.
E.H. Taylor.
E.H. Taylor, there you go. I think it would be fun to do that because I truly, truly, truly believe with all my heart that we would probably line them up in ways that we don't think we would when the results came out. Like if I said this is my first place, second place, third place, he might have it exactly the opposite. And I think we'd both be shocked, especially because we don't have those mature, 20-year-old palates of people that have been drinking and sipping at bourbons. And I think, because I swear to you, and I don't know why, I feel like Woodinville has been right towards the top of anything I've tasted tonight, which we filmed 2 episodes tonight, because, it's life. And, but, yeah, I don't...
Excuse me.
I mean, would you put this over E.H. Taylor?
Yes.
Would you?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Huh. I feel like they're very, very similar. Getting this with including the price point, right?
If you want to include the price point, you can.
Because it definitely changes a rating if price is involved.
Yeah. So this was a $110 bottle that I bought a year ago. So it's probably even more expensive now thanks to inflation.
Right. And the
if you
E.H.
can
Taylor
find
was
it.
$45.
Yes.
That's the problem with whether or not you
So-
include the price point.
I did not include the price point, but I can understand a reason why you should. Is because at a certain point, is it distinguishable? Like honestly, can you really tell the difference between the two?
Between
Between
the
like
Knob Creek and
the
E.H. Taylor?
the E.H. Taylor and the Knob 15.
Huh.
So
That's an interesting question.
if you can't, then why would you spend the extra $50?
We have to do blind flights. We're going to do 1 or 2 here or there. We should... If we do episodes where there's 3 whiskeys every episode, which is cool. Bourbon's whiskey, sorry. We this time it was 2 whiskeys and 1 bourbon.
And that's why I got the special bourbon, because I had
we
to eat
both
whiskey.
cocked it up. So, And it was awesome, and it's nice that he shared that with me to do this and this, that, and the other, because it is... And again, it's a special occasion thing. He could have saved it till his next birthday when he turns 57.
It wouldn't have lasted that long.
no.
There was a little bit left.
All right. The Knob Creek, but because of this price point,
The price point is a fair thing to include.
You've never, I believe, you've never tried Wild Turkey 101?
No.
No? Okay, I'm going to buy that at some point. We're going to do that because I would like to know your honest-to-God take on that.
You just do a Wild Turkey Maker's Mark.
We could do Wild
Whole
Turkey.
episode.
We could do Maker's Mark. We could do... I've got that Wild Turkey single barrel, but then we get into that single barrel thing. And what if I got an ass-sucking barrel? Remember those ass-sucking barrels? ASB.
So-
If we say ASB, that means... We didn't try a single barrel tonight, did we? Was that a single barrel? Or is that a single barrel?
Straight bourbon. I don't think so. I think it's limited edition. That's for sure.
Right. Apparently.
Well, 15-year aged. Claremont,
Yeah.
Kentucky. It doesn't say single barrel.
No. Okay.
So what
I
do you
mean,
got? What do you got for
dog
your knob? Your knob rating?
8.5. Oh wait. My bad. I went 3.9.
3.9.
Now the reason I did that is because I put EH at 4.1, and I put 3.9. Not that it's worse than EH. It might even be a hair better, but it's the difference between 45 and I could get almost 3 bottles as I could for that one,
Yeah.
if they were readily available too. Now again,
Right.
we've discussed how some things are sort of unicorns. I sent you a picture of my E.H. Taylor bottle when we got these.
Yeah.
Of a unicorn cupcake with it, because the very next day I went to my niece's birthday party and her theme was unicorn. So there was, I was like, that's perfect. I gotta, But anyway.
So you said 3.9. I gave it a 4.5 because I didn't include price points.
Okay, so
So-
and that's fair.
Like, I thought it tasted a little bit better than the EH, but I wasn't judging it by prices. I was judging it by the flavors.
Tell us things in the comments. Subscribe. Like us.
Please make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps us out a great deal. And if you, have anything you want us to try or any questions, comments, or concerns about Rox's Dickel, just let us know. And thanks.
It's a little bitter. I didn't shower in the past.
Thanks for tuning
3.5
in.
years.
We appreciate all of you. And as always, I'm Neat.
I'm Rox.
And this has been
The Bourbon Barrel.